Hey Scrappers, it's Vanessa here, and today I have a layout for Traci Reed Designs, and I'm also up on the blog with this layout today. So I'll have a description, in the description box, I'll have a link to this shop where you can check out more details on this page, as well as hop over to the shop and grab any of the amazing Traci Reed design collections. So for my blog post, I decided to go, since we're in the month of February and it is the month of love, so I went ahead and chose to work with the Smitten collection. And so my blog post is Love is in the Air, Monochromatic Magic. So basically, just like it states, we are going to do a monochromatic page. You saw on the screen the papers and all of the embellishments that I had pulled from the Smitten collection for this layout. As you can see, I decided that the color family I was going to play with for my monochromatic layout was the pink and red tones that are in the Smitten collection. So I just pulled an array of papers and embellishments from the collection that had those colors. And of course, because monochromatic, you stay within a color family. So I definitely am sticking to that red and dark, or red pink kind of color family that is in the Smitten collection. You can also obviously add any neutrals. So in this case, most of my neutrals are going to be white. I have some wood green in there that you'll see as we go. And to start my page while I was talking, I did take a piece of white cardstock and a brayer and some Distress spray stain in worn lipstick. Just sprayed that on my mat, added a little bit of water, and rolled my brayer through that and put it on my background. I just wanted to put some color on my background, and then I did come in with some cotton candy shimmers spritz to do a little bit of splatters. That will just give me a nice background for this layout, and so I set that off to the side to dry. Once I had that dried, I did show all of the things that I pulled, and I do apologize. Originally I had created this layout and I was talking my way through it. Unfortunately, I had a cold, and so when I listened to it back, it sounded pretty bad. So I did end up having to do this as a voiceover. So here I'm showing you the first part of my layout. So when you're talking monochromatic, in order to make it so that it's not boring, and I'm using a hybrid collection, so I am working with mostly paper. One of the ways to help combat it just being flat is to rough up the edges. So that's what I did when I matted my photo with all of those layers. And then the pattern paper in the background was one of the solids from the collection. I added some stenciling with some Distress oxide in worn lipstick, and I added a stencil to the background. Again, it gives a little bit more interest, roughed up the edges to give me some more texture. And then I decided for something fun on this page that I would take the balloons that are in this collection, and basically I layered up all of the balloons, and then behind them I added some twine, and then where they all connected I put a little bow, and that is what you see there behind my photo. I love this little added detail. It adds plenty of interest, plenty of extra texture with that twine and the ribbon, and it's adorable. Those balloons are just super cute, especially for a page all about love. I did also off camera, before I started my clusters, as you see me building them here, I did go ahead and add my title, which is Forever Smitten. So if you can't tell, this is obviously a photo of my husband, and of course Forever Smitten is a perfect title for my husband. And so yeah, that is pretty much where we're at. I'm basically now just kind of going through and building out the embellishment clusters. And again, what I'm kind of showing or trying to show, and what I was talking about here, is in order to add that sort of magic element, or keeping it, from being sort of dull because it's all one color family, I add the dimension. Some of the balloons are popped up. The florals, I make sure I bend all the petals, and then I only glue the center of those florals. So again, you get lots of dimension, lots of texture that's really important, especially I think when you're doing a monochromatic layout, is to add those little unexpected elements just to keep it from feeling too matchy, which obviously it's monochromatic, so it's going to all match. I do pull in some little acrylic hearts, and then, like I said, some little wood veneer hearts. Again, this adds a different texture, a different feel to the page. And so I do make sure that I have each one of those in my embellishment clusters. I also have an acetate little frame or film reel from 49th and Market. It was the perfect color to match what I was working with this collection, and so I pulled that into the left side of my photo. So I kind of have my embellishments going around. I would still call it 3 clusters. They're tightly woven around my photo, and then the balloons are kind of on their own. They just add this little extra fun touch to the page, and I really love it. So I'm just building out my 3 different embellishments, and I'm going to go off camera, glue all of that down, and then really the finishing touch is going to be the addition of the sequins that you're going to see here. When I came back, I just showed how everything was glued down, and I did take those little puffy hearts that were in the package that you saw, and each one of the florals that are the ones that kind of look like daisies, those already had a heart in the center. So I took the puffy hearts and I just replaced the centers of those florals with the puffy heart. Again, gives me a little bit of interest, a little bit of texture, a little bit of something different, and some dimension on those florals as well. And then to finish it up, I am just taking some of these sequins from Spiegel Mom Scraps, and I am just going to dot those around my embellishment clusters and up through the balloons. I think I do the rest of this off camera, which yes, I do. So with that, this is going to finish up the page. Don't forget to check out the blog for more details, and you can hit up the shop for this collection. It's a great time of year to buy it. So yeah, here are the still photos, and guys, I will catch you on the next one. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.